As a good friend of mine once said, you have but one question to ask. How shall this day end? And as we're embarking the very last installment of this franchise, or at least for now, because I do understand that there is a 5th movie on the way, but this is a prequel. Who knows how this franchise for now could end, because if most of the movies, have only the option of ending on a positive note for the characters, dystopian movies or franchises like this one could definitely end badly for our main characters, and nobody's been safe so far, especially not Katniss, because she's really been fringing with this a lot, especially at the end of the last movie with Peter being, all twisted around and everything. I definitely enjoyed the last movie, not as much as Catching Fire. So far you guys have not been lying to me, telling me that Catching Fire was your favorite. And I believe the reason of this being that I maybe would have liked the Hunger Games to follow a Harry Potter-like treatment, meaning that as you go further into the story, you get to develop the characters, and as the situation becomes more perilous, and yes, I use the word perilous, it all gets darker and darker and darker. And so far with Catching Fire and Mockingjay Part 1, it started on this darker tone that I was really looking for, but then it all came back to the more grander adventure, sci-fi, fantastic journey-like type of movies. Not that I disliked it, but this is not entirely what I would have wanted. So maybe that is why I didn't enjoy much the Mockingjay. Besides the Mockingjay, I would have really liked Katniss, to be a little more composed overall. I mean, the girl, granted, is going through tremendous stress and emotional situations, but I would have thought that, by now she would have learned how to cope with these emotional situations. That's basically what you have to do in life to go by, and so I would have really expected her to undertake these self development, if you could say so. So I'm really looking forward to see here how we're going to do things, because movie 1, movie 2, she had Peter by her side. Movie 3 was about getting back with Peter, and now that Peter is gone, I'm really looking forward to seeing how she's going to manage, because needless to say, Gale isn't really the man for her. I do believe so. He's a great guy, but not for her, is what I say. So yeah, how things are going to go, because it appears that President Snow has a little bit of an advance. He knows where to strike true, he knows where to weaken his enemies, while so far the rebellion has nothing really. They've been cutting electricity, they've been, doing propaganda and everything, but so far I've not seen anything really, really promising or telling that they could have an advance on anything. If we're gonna go overall, first movie ended on a mitigated note for both clans. There was not a war, but it was like a declaration of war. Catching Fire ended on a positive note for the rebellion. It was like catching the fire. It was, there we go, the revolution is launched. Last movie was a win for President Snow, I would say, and now this is going to be a really, really dire situation. So this movie is definitely one with high stakes, not knowing exactly if the 5th movie is indeed a prequel or not. I don't know if I am to expect, maybe the new movie to be a part 3 or a continuation, or if this is definitely coming to an end here. So yes, I wouldn't say that my anxiety level is off the roof, because I've known obviously more exciting drama, but I would definitely say that I am definitely excited to see how this all comes to an end, and if this is going to be a satisfying ending, because sometimes ending, if you watch my my other reactions, what I think most of the times of ending stuff. So this is going to be interesting. I hope I have to say something. I do hope that nothing bad is going to happen to Effie. I do enjoy Effie, so that's what I'm going to say. That being said, the full-length reaction to that movie is available on Patreon. Link down below in the description box. Thank you very much to all of my patrons over there for the love and the support. Thank you very much to all of you guys here as well. And if you're not subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? You know where the subscribe button is. You know where the notification bell is, so you don't miss any video. There are daily uploads coming on the channel, movies, TVs, animes. I have also a new secondary channel dedicated to all of my gaming. It is called MOCKINGJAY Gaming. Go subscribe over there if you're interested. There's, I'm gonna start posting. You know, I've been posting here, but then everything's gonna be transferred over there from now on. And I believe that's it. Go check my announcement video for the summer programmation that is going to come if you want to know everything that I have in the store for you guys. The links to all of my social media, by the way, are going to be down below in the description box, as well as the link to the Discord server if you want to chat a little bit more and chat to everybody of the community. And that being said, we're going to jump right in. Let's go. Okay. I really enjoy the fact that we are starting, you know, where the last movie ended with this last time. It's really nice. Oh. You really, really was going to kill her. Oh.
My name is Katniss Everdeen.
I'm really curious, you know, how Jennifer Lawrence did this voice. Because it's not the easiest thing to act.
He's been
I really enjoy Plutarch, by the way. I really love it.
They're strangers to him.
My family.
Bakery didn't survive.
Wow. Okay. There we go. I mean, the guy is really having a really bad time. But I enjoy a lot his development.
No, you can't trust her! She's a monster! She's a mud the Capitol created to destroy us!
No, it's not him.
Yeah, continue to tell you that. Yeah, I really would like Katniss to get a stronger mentality on all of this. Because so far, it's like she's progressing, you know, but just out of sheer momentum and not so much out of real, you know, capacity. She's not taking decisions over her actions, is what I
It's hard to see
really feel. She's just following a momentum.
Send me to the Capitol.
I don't stand a chance if he doesn't get better. I'll never let him go.
Yeah. Ah, don't do that.
What's going on in your head?
It's been my question.
Drop it!
He needs help!
Hold your fire!
Yeah.
Give me one reason I shouldn't shoot you.
Drop the gun!
Why would you?
I can't. It just goes around and around. And who wins? Always Snow.
Ooh, this is good.
Why are you fighting the rebels? Your neighbors. Your family.
That was really good, I have to say. Both writing-wise and performance-wise. That was really, really good.
We all have one enemy. And that's Snow. Turn your weapons to the Capitol. To Snow.
Ooh.
This is different. Haymitch, I really don't want to.
Well, it doesn't matter what you want. It's for Peeta. What's the harm in trying?
Katniss more than often does what she wants, but not necessarily what is always good for others.
Watched you die.
Yeah, well.
Terrible. All I know is that I would have saved myself a lot of suffering if I had just given that bread to the pig.
It hurts because it's true.
We'll shoot more propos right here at 13, showing them that you're alive.
We'll need you for the ceremony. You're very valuable to us.
I'll do whatever you need me to do.
From this day forward.
People could say that she's being used, but I mean, yeah. But it's like, that's the good thing to do right now.
You're the game maker. I want everyone to know whatever game she's playing it for us.
She's leaving them no other choice, quite frankly.
A database that contains a detailed map of the capital and a list of every known pod. Whatever they contain, they're meant to kill you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 76th Hunger Games.
Yeah, it kind of seems like it. This is going to be interesting. I mean, this is an interesting twist on the usual invasion worry narrative, you know. We take the concept of the Hunger Games and we apply it to this revolution thing that is pretty clever. The game makers are not joking. I didn't expect this one.
Okay, stop.
Hold up. Everyone relax.
They're sending him, guys. It's not like he just came on his own.
It was Peter that she wanted rescued from the arena. She never liked you. She doesn't like anybody or anything she can't control.
Kind of saw that.
Enemy, target, mutt, and now ally. Yeah, I'll add that to the list of words I use to try to figure you out.
Fair. I mean, granted Snow messed him up, but Katniss messed him up pretty good also.
Yours is orange. Not bright orange. Soft,
Sunset.
like the sunset.
I pay attention, guys. If I'm not mistaken, I do know that they filmed this in France, because I remember seeing things regarding production sets in Paris when I was looking for an actual short film of mine, and I know that they filmed this close to where I lived once, because I switch apartments a lot. And I do happen to know that they filmed this in France. Oh! Well.
Say your name.
Katniss Everdeen.
Oh.
Don't trust them. Kill Peter if you have to. Do what you came to do.
He knows, yeah. Of course he's gotta die. He's been blown up in half. I only know one guy can come back from this, and he's red, he has horns, and he's an alien. Wow. Wow. Oh! What the hell are these things?
Ebony, what did I just say at the hollow? Come on, let's go.
Boggs gave it to me.
She's the commanding officer.
And why would he do that?
Jackson's not gonna like that.
I'm on special orders from Coin to assassinate President Snow.
Oh, the lie. You're swelling with lies, girl.
She's telling the truth.
Yeah, Keller, you're not gonna have it.
Plutarch wants it televised.
Boggs promised me that when the time came, you would help me.
Puppeteer. Master Puppeteer, Katniss 17.
Good afternoon, I'm Caesar Flickerman, here with our continued...
Caesar, why are you keeping doing this?
So there you have it. Katniss 17 seems to have met a violent end.
Caesar, you're gonna die. But I mean, it's an advantage. They think they're dead. Let's be ready for the jump scare, people. Okay. Well played. Oh, that one was good. I wasn't expecting that look. I was expecting a jump scare to happen here also, but I think maybe I had more of a reaction to the actual scream and sound than the jump scare in itself. Phoenix tried to ease the thing. Ah, Phoenix, no! just got engaged. Well, he just married. Ah! Ah! I really loved Finnick. Ah! I really loved Finnick. I'm disgusted. Don't kill yourself. Oh! Ah! Oh my goodness. I mean, that one was... Usually they do this, it's ridiculous, but that one is... I'm okay with it. That one, Oh, fuck you. Ah, Finnick. Such a great guy.
Distraction. They know my face.
I'm not losing you again. You'll be safer with us.
Then give me a nightlock pill, okay? I'm not going back.
Fair. But I mean, you should come with you. Do you know what she looks like, really, at your age? Ooh. Is that a staged attack? Because... Oh.
Sophie! Sophie!
Oh. You want to save him? Oh, you really trust your capacities, Katniss. What? Real gifts? Oh, yeah. Oh, that's terrible. Children, men, women. Your hood, maybe, because not the moment to be here. Oh. Oh, oh. Oh! She's on fire! How fitting. Okay, so this definitely was an attack by the rebels, and it was not a capital hovercraft, it was a hijacked hovercraft by the rebels, I suppose. This woman is indestructible, she's like Ethan Winters.
Fight was over after the Capitol dropped those bombs to defend the palace.
Okay, no, the Capitol dropped the bombs, okay. I didn't recognize her, not gonna lie. Is Prim dead then? So much for sacrificing for her. And as petty Prim's death might be, it is quite full of consequences. I didn't see that.
That's a nice one.
Oh.
The colors are lovely, of course. You really think I gave the order? We both know I'm not above killing children, but I'm not wasteful. I must concede it was a masterful move on Coin's part.
Okay, yeah, so.
She intends to take my place now.
We could see that.
I don't believe you.
Oh, my dear Miss Everdeen. I thought we'd agreed never to lie to each other.
I think, indeed, Snow is more the type to not say anything than to say a lie, or to use his way around words, not to have to say otherwise.
You never came to see me. Goodbye, Gale.
I'm not really sure this is a good call, Katniss, but...
In lieu of these barbaric executions, we hold a symbolic Hunger Games.
And who competes?
You want to have another Hunger Games with the Capitol's children?
Wow.
None. And I vote yes.
I'm with the Mockingjay.
Okay. Ending the Hunger Games with the Hunger Games. I have to say, Julian Moore looks fantastic. Look at this cape and these boots. I really doubt she's going to kill him. Plutarch has been really silent so far. I'm really curious to know what he has to say as well.
To the revolution. May your aim be as true as your heart.
Is she gonna kill Coin, maybe? I mean, they're all in a line. This is the moment, guys. Let's see. What'd I tell you? Yeah. Terrible ending for Snow. I wouldn't want Snow to kill that way. To die that way, sorry. Plutarch likes it, obviously, I suppose. Ah, Julian Moore. Even like this, she is magnificent. I'm sorry.
Find what? The life of a victor.
If you don't be a stranger.
Oh! Yeah. I like them too. Is it goodbye for them too as well?
Get out! Prim is gone! Prim is gone!
Come on.
She's dead! Get out!
The cat is like just... Yeah, I mean, she did all of this for her to start with. I love an actress who doesn't fear looking ugly for the sake of her performance.
I found these, over by the edge of the forest. Primrose.
Okay, didn't expect this one.
But I'll tell you how I survive it. I make a list in my head. It's like a game. Gets a little tedious after all these years, but there are much worse games to play.
Wow. I love that it just wrote the Hunger Games first. This is it, everybody. This is the Hunger Games, the Mockingjay Part 2. Really great ending, I have to say. Usually the endings are... I'm always paying close attention to the endings, and this one did not disappoint. Makes all sense to me. Really like what they did with Peter and Katniss. Makes sense. Sucks for Gale. But hey, come on. We wanted them to be together. It happened. We have a nice ending, you know, regarding the whole Panem situation. Prim is dead. I mean, this one, I expected people to die, but I did not. I was not thinking. I never thought at a single moment that Prim could die. Not that I never really thought she wouldn't die, but I never really thought about her. But I mean, it's good that she died, because it's full of meaning. Like I said, Katniss did all of this in the first place. She volunteered so that Prim would live. And the fact that all of this has been done, but in the end Prim is dead. You would think that it would make a sacrifice vain, but in fact you're like, look what you accomplished in the end. You've brought a new free Panem. And that's a powerful thing to do. I'm not sure, you know, there's a special moral coming into this or not, but it just frees Katniss's actions from or even just Prim, you know, from the burden of being the reason for everything, for all of this, you know. I find it so powerful of a move and bold at the same time. Killing Coin in the end, Coin had it coming our way. I mean, if only, I don't know, I would have wanted to say if only she hadn't taken the mantle of interim president, maybe she would have survived, but maybe not, since she's the reason people cheer on dead, the reason Prim is dead, maybe Katniss would have killed her either way. But I really love the fact that from the very moment we met Coin, she was always kind of on the fence. I do not condemn the decisions that she's taken in the Mockingjay Part 1. I regret, and I'm spitting, I do regret, obviously, the fact that she decided to stage that coup and to take the palace and everything. And I condemned her endgame, really. Just wanted to take the power for herself. But she was the kind of person who knew what it took to win the war. And in a way, this is what brought the Free Panem. Because I do not believe that Katniss's plan was really gonna work, trying to assassinate Snow. And by the way, I am surprised that Snow stayed in his palace. Big mistake. I mean, come on. You're playing the game and you're disclosing your location, you're making yourself vulnerable and staying at the same place. Come on. Didn't seem like a clever thing to do. And the death that he had was terrible. I mean, I think there is something definitely more vicious to being torn apart by humans than to being torn apart by creatures or a beast, you know. But I mean, I really enjoyed that last movie. Really did enjoy that last movie, better than the first part. I don't know if I enjoyed it better than Catching Fire, but I would say that it felt like it rolled smoother, I would say, than the last movie, because the last movie, nothing happened really. It was just like, everything was on standby in the last movie. It was just about trying to figure out what are we going to do, and that was it. What are we going to do? That's what I'd call it. If I were to give a name, it's like the first 100 games, like the start of everything. Movie number 2 was the call to action. Movie number 3 was what are we going to do? And that movie was definitely bringing everything to an end. I have to say, filmmaking was, I did not have much to say in this movie, because I do not believe there was anything really particular. I believe the second movie and the third one were stronger in terms of directorial intentions. But I do have to say that this one did not, you know, switch from the very dark thing to the grand epic journey. It did it in some capacity, but not as strongly as the other movies did. So maybe I appreciated it more because it was closer to Katniss and Peter. It was, well, to the characters in general. It was closer, you know, to the whole let's free the people thing. Highlight of the movie to me was the Katniss's discussion with the loyalist in District 2. That speech was fantastic and the performance was fantastic. And the overall highlight for me was really Josh Hutcherson's performance and Peter's arc really throughout this whole movie and in the end throughout the whole franchise. I'll probably do at some point maybe a whole review of the franchise, but here's what I can say already. To me, Peter was the most interesting character, and even if he was, you know, quite absent from the Mockingjay Part 1, he's definitely had the most interesting development and story arc in my opinion, because Katniss, yeah, so in this movie Katniss did grow, but only in the end. But overall, the whole movie, the whole franchise, I do not think that Katniss really improved herself or developed or new challenges. I believe she's always been quite the same. Not that it is necessarily a bad thing, but it's led her to do the same mistakes over and over, to feel the same things over and over, to act the same way over and over. And I think that when you go through such experiences, you should get to learn something that I do not believe that she learned really anything in particular. Why? Really, Peter, well, have you seen that arc? I mean, you've seen the movies like me. No. But I mean, in the end, it would kind of also seem logical that they would be the same as how they started, because maybe otherwise in the end they wouldn't be in love with each other anymore. See, but yeah, but in the end they have a beautiful life. It's great ending. Really glad that the characters are fine. We lost Cena, but I mean Effie, Plutarch, Haymitch, Katniss, Peter, Gale. I'm gonna count Gale in it. They're all fine. We lost Finnick. I wouldn't have wanted to lose Finnick. And I mean Castor, Boggs, they're all dead and the mission failed. But I mean, also this failed mission is what pushed Coin to undertake these actions, and these actions, as unfortunate as they are, brought to the Free Panem. Much like Plutarch say, you know, as terrible as the events were, if he had to put Katniss through them again for the same outcome, then he'd do it again. And I believe, were I to be Plutarch, I would be doing the same. You know, there's a lot of things. It's like in life, you know, for all the, like I say, for all the pain and the suffering. If you're happy with the outcome, then let's go through all the pain and the suffering yet again. And it's like this in a lot of films. I mean, it's always like this. You sometimes have to suffer, and it doesn't take away the good bits and, you know, everything like that. This is about all I have to say regarding the Hunger Games. Would I recommend anybody to watch the Hunger Games? Yes, I would. Do I consider it to be a masterpiece? To me it's not the level of Star Wars and the Lord of the Rings, but it is pretty good, I have to say. I have obviously maybe to glance at the books once to get a better sense maybe of what the original material is, but I think the movies did a pretty good job. They're not, well, as somebody of course who's not read the books, at least only cinema wise, these are good movies. These are well crafted, these are well written performances, nothing to say. But yeah, it's just not my favorite, but they are really good movies. I am not disappointed having spent how long, 8 hours of my life watching them. 4 weeks. It's been a little bit more than a month. Well, it's a month. Sorry, it's a month, all of June. I'm really glad to have done it with you guys. So yeah, if I missed anything from the movies, because I saw some of you try to give me background notes on characters and everything. I didn't read them. I didn't read any of them as soon as I saw that it was about backgrounds or precisions or on, you know, background stuff. I didn't read them, even if that was not spoilery, because I just like, you know, when I want to react to a movie, I just want to react to what the movie is giving to me and not besides informations. Even if you think that this is going to help me maybe better understand the movie, I'd rather take it as a filmmaker, as a writer, that if the movie in itself is not enough for me to understand what's going on, then the movie did not make its job. The movie has one job, it is to deliver a good story, and if the story is not enough in itself, then it's not a good movie. So that is why I do not read, when you're trying to give me extra bits and stuff, I do not read them, because I want just to judge the movie for what it is, for what the movie itself gives me. And then I'm more than happy, you know, for you guys to give me side notes and everything. But yeah, so that being said, great experience. Give me your ranking of the Hunger Games movies. If I were to rank them, I think I would say Catching Fire, I'd say Catching Fire, then I don't know, maybe Mockingjay Part 2 or The Hunger Games, the first. But then I put definitely Mockingjay Part 1 at the very bottom. But I believe that I would put The Hunger Games in place number 2 and The Hunger Games Part 2 place number 3. For the sheer reason that you know, like I say, as a filmmaker, as a writer, I like to sometimes try to predict what's going to happen and things like this. And I had maybe a little more fun trying to predict The Hunger Games, the first movie, because I didn't know anything of it. And now, obviously, knowing the characters, knowing everything, you know, the context and everything, of course, I had... I was less surprised at what was happening in the Mockingjay Part 2. Not that I had less fun, you know, but I had less surprises. While in The Hunger Games, the first one, I really had surprises. It was really great to discover, so yeah. But the Catching Fire one was really compelling. So yes, Catching Fire, The Hunger Games, Mockingjay Part 2, Mockingjay Part 1. That's my ranking of the movies. Tell me if you agree with this. Tell me if you have another ranking in the comments down below. And I'm all slouching, but you know, I've been here for 2 hours. I have a right to slouch. Thank you very much, guys, for watching that reaction of The Hunger Games, the Mockingjay Part with me, and for being part of the adventure. If you have, if you just watched this one and you don't watch my previous reaction to The Hunger Games, how come? Go watch them, and that would be quite fun. You see my surprised faces, my shocked faces, my bored faces, my dubitative faces, is that a word in English? My doubtful faces. And yes, the full-length reaction to that movie is available on Patreon. Link down below in the description box. So don't forget to subscribe if that's not already done, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss a little bit new. I'm gonna do it again. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss a new video. There are daily uploads coming on the channel. Thank you very much to all of my supporters on Patreon and here on YouTube. You guys, the kingdom, you are awesome people. Really great having you here. Really great also every time that I read comments of you. And so going on to our next journey, I don't know what is going to be the next movie. Stay tuned for this. Until then, please take care. Also, have a nice life. That is really important, and I'll be seeing you soon. Bye.